Start the recording. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. As we all know, we are in the Bhagavad Gita. We are going through the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the systematic study. The divine conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So when Arjuna was deciding not to fight because he is giving various reasons like not to fight. So at the time, Krishna is influencing him to fight. He's talking about various yogas, which we already covered. So this conversation happened for around 45 minutes in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the whole conversation been divided into 18 chapters, which is spread across around 700 slokas. So in that first 6 chapter, it is predominantly talking about karma yoga. The middle 6 chapter is talking about the bhakti yoga. The last 6 chapters are talking about the jnana yoga. So what is the meaning of yoga?
Union with the divine.
Yeah, correct. We're linking oneself with the divine. Okay. So we have to disengage us from this material world and we have to engage ourselves to the spiritual world. Okay. That is the whole purpose of yoga. So if we are connecting with the Lord with our work, okay, then it becomes
Karma yoga.
karma yoga. Okay. If we are doing via bhakti, via love, connecting to the Lord, then it becomes
Bhakti yoga.
okay. If we are doing with our knowledge and connecting to the Lord, then it becomes
Jnana yoga.
yeah. If we are doing the Ashtanga yoga and connecting to the Lord, then it becomes Ashtanga yoga or Ashtanga yoga. It becomes the Ashtanga yoga. So there are various ways we can connect to the Lord, and we have to utilize that opportunity to connect to the Lord. Okay. So the first 6 chapter, it is talking predominantly karma yoga section of it, where work with detachment. Okay, you have to do the work but with detachment. Do the work with detachment. So do the work and surrender the results to the Lord. Okay, then it becomes karma yoga. Okay, it is akama sakama karma yoga. Okay, there is no karma associated with it. Then it becomes almost equal to the bhakti yoga. So the first 6 chapter predominantly talking about work with detachment. Okay, you do the work but surrender the results to Lord, and it becomes then two things will happen if you are surrendering the results to the Lord. What are those two things?
You don't get the fruitive results of the actions that you do.
Okay.
And first one is that. Second one is
You
Getting
don't
out of the cycle
need
of
to take
birth.
birth and death again in this
that's the
material world.
cycle. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you don't need to take birth and death in this material world. So this is the beauty of the karma yoga or akarma, which is you are doing the duty, but you don't get any attachment or any what to say a reaction to the work, because you are surrendering every results to the Lord. Okay, that is work with detachment. Okay, do the work but surrender the results to the Lord. Okay, that is work with detachment. The middle 6 chapter is talking about the bhakti yoga section, which is predominantly talking about work with devotion. Earlier it was work with detachment, but here work with devotion. For example, you have you don't like to do that work at all. Okay, for example, one type of work where the cleaning, you don't like the cleaning at all. Okay, but you are forced to do that particular cleaning, then it becomes like a work for you, and that work, whatever work you are doing, you have to okay, I am not doing it for myself, I am doing it for the Krishna, and I am doing it for my family. So I do the work and I surrender the results to the Lord. Okay, I clean even though I didn't like the work, okay, I clean the house or I clean the temple because like a Lord resides over there. So on that basis, like okay, you don't like something, but you are doing it still for the sake of the Lord and to make Lord happy. Okay, so that is one type of work. The other type of work, okay, you love cooking. Okay, uh, but rather than you are doing it for your own self, you are preparing the boga for the Lord. Okay, when you love the work, you don't work anymore. Correct? When you love something, okay, it is not work anymore. It is like our routine activity. So that is what this Bhakti Yoga teaches. How we can make all our daily, day-to-day life activities towards Krishna, channelized towards Krishna, so that it doesn't become work, it becomes like our routine activity. That is what this whole chapter 7 to 12 teaches about. How work with devotion. Okay, when you love your work, you are not working anymore. So have that particular thing in the mind. So if you didn't like to do something, do it for Krishna, then it becomes like okay, routine for all of us. So that is what we have to make it. So this Bhakti Yoga section of it talking about the work with the devotion. So in that seventh chapter, we saw the knowledge of the absolute. Correct. First, before we love anyone, we need to understand about okay, what are the qualities, how great they are, how magnanimous like they are. So that is what we have seen in the seventh chapter, knowledge of the absolute. Okay, Krishna is present in water, Krishna is present in like a sun and moon, in the Vedic Om mantra, in the air, ether, everywhere like a Krishna is present. So that is what we have seen. Um, Once we know all these things, there is nothing further to know. Okay, there is a numinous and a phenomenal knowledge. Okay, that also we have seen. So now we knowing alone doesn't take us to the destination. Okay, I know I have to go to India. I took a ticket. Okay, but I didn't go to the, even I went to the airport also, but I didn't board the uh, flight. Then I will not reach the destination. Correct? The similar manner, knowing alone about Krishna doesn't take us to the Goloka, doesn't take us to the destination. We have to practice it. We have to make ourselves available to do those services. Okay, activities, devotional activities. That is what bhakti is. So that is what been mentioned in the 8th chapter, which is attaining the supreme. So in that first, Arjuna is asking around 8 questions like okay, kim brahman, kim adhyatma, kim adibhuta, like okay, all those 8 questions he's
Sadhudeva.
asking. Yeah. So Adi Deva and yeah, Adi Yajna, like okay, what is karma? All those things he's asking. That 8 question, Krishna is answering all those questions. Like a Brahman is the indestructible living entity, which is nothing but the soul. Okay, we are the soul, or we have the soul.
We are soul.
Yeah, we are the soul, and the soul we can never cut into pieces. A soul can never be like submerged in the water. So soul cannot be we can't easily like the size of the soul is so small as well, and we can't uh, visualize like we can only realize okay the soul. That is another important thing. Okay, so that soul is nothing but Brahman, and Adhyatma is like a living entity's nature, which is swabhava of that particular soul. Then karma is a reaction that forces the living entity to take the material body in the world. Okay, whatever body we are taking because of our reaction. So that is what like a karma. Then Adi Bhuta is the ever changing material nature. Okay, the material nature keeps changing because it is Dukale Mashashwadam and it is temporary. Then Adi Bhuta, sorry, he who presides all over the demigods and the universal form of the Lord, like that is called Adi Deva. Then Adi Yajna is like a sacrifice. It has to be performed on the. We have to perform the sacrifice like for the Lord Himself. And how can those engaged in devotional service know at the time of death? So till fourth sloka, Krishna is answering these 7 questions: Brahman, Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva, Adi Yajna. From fifth onwards, fifth sloka onwards till 22nd or like a 30th sloka in the 8th chapter, he is talking about how we can prepare to remember Krishna during our living and during the time of death. Okay, that is very, very important. So that is what this sloka teaches about. 8.5 Antakale chamameva smaran
Namaeva
muktva
Smaranmuktva
kalevaram
Kalevadam
yaprayadi
Yaprayati
samadbhavam
Samadbhavam
yadinasi atra
Yati
samseka.
Nastyatra Samsayaha.
So this is art of leaving. Okay, while we leave the body, what we do, like, okay, if we remember Krishna, we will attain Krishna. If we doesn't remember Krishna, we will not go back to Krishna. In this, there is no doubt. Okay, so is it possible to remember Krishna at the time of death? It is very, very tough because you will get the pain of around 60,000 scorpion
60,000
biting.
scorpion
Yeah.
bites. Yeah.
So that is the pain you go through. Like, okay, depends upon your karma and all those things. Okay, it would not be possible to remember Krishna at the time, but only by the mercy of Krishna, it is possible. So for that, what we have to do, while we are in good state, while we are in a good healthy condition, we have to remember Krishna so that we will be able to remember Krishna when the pain or like during the time of death. Okay, so this 8.5 is like a art of leaving while we leaving the body, like a how to remember Krishna. So this 8.6 is like a art of living, how we can remember Krishna during the time of living. Okay, it is yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajache anje kalevaram tam tam yavaiti kaunteya
Tampamevati Kaunteya.
tada tadbhava bhavidakha. Okay, so whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, he
He will
attains,
attain that
he will
form.
attain without fail. So for that, what we have to do, that is what Krishna says in the next sloka.
Next sloka.
So
8.7.
8.5 is art of leaving the body. 8.6 is art of living. Okay. Then 8.7 is how to do that. Okay. Which is Tasmat Sarvesh Kalishu. This also art of living. Okay. This 8.7 is art of living. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. Okay. Not when we have free time. We have to remember Krishna all the time. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha Mai Arpita
Mayarpitaman
Mano Buddhir Mame Vaisasi Asamseham. This is one of the very unique sloka where you can see Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Okay. What is Karma Yoga?
Yudhyacha.
Yudhyacha. Okay. You have to remember me and fight. Okay. What is Bhakti Yoga?
Mayarpita Manobuddhir.
Yeah. And Mam Anusmara. Mam
Anusmara,
Anusmara
yeah,
also
right.
like a.
Remembering him,
Yeah,
Krishna.
correct. So then the Jnana Yoga is My Arpita Mano
Mayarpita
Buddhir.
Manobuddhir, yeah.
Okay. So Karma Yoga also there, Jnana Yoga also there, and Bhakti Yoga also there. Very unique sloka and a very, very important sloka to remember every day. How many of you able to practice to remember this sloka before you start the day or like during the course of day?
I did during the course of day, Prabhu.
Okay, very good, Manji. Yeah. So
Not
this is
in the
very, very
beginning,
important. Yeah, correct.
but in the course of the day, I was remembering it. All the three slokas, for that matter.
Yeah. Because this is in this way only, if you are able to remember Krishna even one time in a day, in your busy schedule, busy work, Krishna would be so pleased. Okay, that is how we need to develop the remembrance towards Krishna, because that is the only thing which we can take along with our soul. That is the only activity which we do for our soul, for nourishing the soul. Okay, so that is very, very important. In your busy schedule, okay, if you are remembering Krishna, even one fraction of a second or millisecond, Krishna would be so pleased. Okay, that is what he says. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yudhyacha. Krishna doesn't say, okay, you remember me alone and don't do any work. He's saying ma manusmara yudhyacha. He is asking Arjuna, you have to fight to protect dharma as per your prescribed duty. He's not saying, okay, you just remember me, that's all. Like, okay, your whole life, you do remember me alone. Like, don't do any work. He always say, Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha. Like, okay, do your duty. For Arjuna, the fighting is the duty. For all of us, we may be like, okay, doing the work at home, we may be doing work at office, we may be doing work at, like, okay, in our business or outside, but remembering Krishna and surrendering the results to Krishna is a key thing. Okay, in that manner we can make any of our work counted in the form of bhakti yoga. Any challenge in this particular thing? It is possible, it is not impossible. Just before you start the day, okay, remember this sloka and thank Krishna. Krishna, you given me a beautiful day to do the work. Okay, hope I will be able to live up to your expectation. So let me do that. So, but at the end of the day, thank Krishna. Okay, Krishna, there are so many tips and turns, like, okay, but so many challenges today I faced, but all those are like learnings. You are making me strong by putting me into that tough situation so that I can come out good. So thanks for all those learnings, and thank you for being with me all the time, because Krishna never leaves us, because he is in all of us as a which Vishnu.
Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So he is present in every one of us, like, okay, as a Kshirodakashai Vishnu. So Krishna doesn't leave us, okay, he is with us all the time. So remember that and do every of the activity which has been assigned as a challenges to you. And whatever way we can influence others, like in terms of our bhakti and devotion service, that is what like a Krishna is looking in all of us. He is not asking like our money, because at the end of the day it is his money only, and he is not asking us like, okay, to do lavish thing, because everything belongs to Krishna. The only thing is like he is asking us to do the bhakti. That is what very important. So very important sloka. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manasmara yudhyacha maya arpita manobuddhir ma me vaishasi asamsega. So is it possible to remember Krishna all the time? It is possible, it is not impossible, but it is difficult. Okay, how to change that difficult situation to easy? So that is what he says, abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati partha anuchintayan. Okay, he's saying it is possible. Abhyasa, it is in the practice of meditation, in the practice of like, okay, the experience, keep on doing that, then it is possible. He who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Partha, is sure to reach me. Okay, we may forget Krishna many of our life, many a times, but Krishna never forgets. He keeps on giving us the opportunity to remember him. That is what very important. So okay, uh, so Krishna doesn't leave us. Okay, he may disapprove. Okay, but he never uh, what to say, like he may never reject us. He may disapprove some of our activity, he may disapprove some of our dealings. Okay, he may disapprove some of our engagements, but he never rejects us. Okay, even there are so many leelas. Okay, if you see the Brahma Vimohan Leela, correct? So Brahma, who been created by the Lord, he wants to play with the Lord like by just stealing all the cowherd boys, correct? He is thinking, okay, who is this small boy who can challenge me? So he took all the gopas and hide them. But Krishna understood, and Krishna becomes all the gopas, and he went to all the house of the Vrajavasis, correct? So after Brahma accepted his mistake, and he comes in front of the Lord. So at the time he was confused. Okay, because there are so many Brahmas. Because Brahma is one representative of one universe. but Krishna has n number of universes, correct? So he does, though Brahma did the great what to say, like a activity against the Lord, but still he doesn't reject Brahma. He disapproves his activity, and when Brahma asking the forgiveness, and he accepting that. Okay, the similar manner when Indra given lot of trouble to the Vrajavasis, in which Leela?
I'm
Sorry.
Govardhan Lila, Prabhu.
Yeah, Govardhan Leela. Very good, Mansi. Yeah, in the Govardhan Leela, if you see who given the most trouble to the Vrajavasis, it is not any of the demons. Okay, no, not Putana or Pralambasura or Bakasura or Dhenukasura or Kaliya. They didn't give great trouble to the Vrajavasis. The great trouble given by Lord Indra. Okay, when Indra been denied the Indra Puja by Nanda Maharaj and by the Vrajavasis. So at that time, Indra was so furious and he was giving the torrential rain for 7 continuous days. But Vrajavasis were so happy that he united all the Vrajavasis under one umbrella, and they been with Krishna throughout the day and night. If you see, uh, normal days, Krishna will be with his friends during the day, and Krishna will be with their parents during the night. Correct? During the night, friends cannot be with Krishna, and during the day, the parents cannot be with Krishna. But during these 7 days, all the Vrajavasis were with Krishna all the time, day and night. So this Govardhan Leela also like a special Leela which happened in this Damodar month. Okay, but Indra then accepted his mistake, and he seek forgiveness from the Lord. So Lord didn't reject Indra's act. He disapproves. So in that manner, there are various examples where Lord doesn't reject us. Yeah, but take every one of us. Okay, how many life we have taken without remembering Krishna, but still Krishna gives us the opportunity to remember. He doesn't reject. Okay, okay, this person like a doesn't give respect to me, so I will not give the water and the air and sun to him. No, he is impartial to anyone. He is partial. He is not partial to anyone. Okay, he is equal to everyone. Samoham sarvabhuteshu, correct? So in that manner, Krishna is equal to anyone. He doesn't reject anyone. He may disapprove our activities. So that is what we have to remember here. He who meditates on me as a supreme personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me. Because slowly practice makes a man perfect, correct? How it is possible? So you keep practicing, then one day you will become a expert in that particular act. The similar manner in bhakti also, slowly you do like a do start with one round of chanting, start with like a small offering to the Lord, then it becomes our daily routine, and we can do bhakti in a great manner. Okay, there are many examples where like a, even the great sinners become great bhaktas by the association of the good devotees. What are those great example? Can anyone say like just they meet some great devotees? They were great
Valmiki,
sinners.
sir?
Huh?
Valmiki?
Yeah. What is Valmiki's original name?
I don't know.
Ratnakar. So
Ratnakar.
Ratnakar, he was a great hunter. Okay, he was a he was a great thief as well. He
Thief,
was
thief, yeah.
was doing all mischievous activity, but on the he met Narada Muni, and he could able to uh, get the darshan of the devotee. Then he says, okay, you, I am unable to recite the Lord's holy name. Then he says, okay, since he was like, okay, on the forest, he can say Mara, 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 Mara. So then he says, like, you do Mara, Mara, then it becomes like a Rama, Rama, Rama. So then he was doing the chanting. Then he completely submerged into the chanting, like a Mara, 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 he was saying. Then it becomes like a Rama, Rama, and Lord, he been blessed with the knowledge of like, okay, becoming Valmiki, and he was able to write the great scripture like a Ramayana, correct? Any other example?
Murugari the hunter, Prabhu.
Mrigari the hunter, yeah, he also met with Narada Muni, and he could able to become the great devotee. Then,
I don't know about this Murgari. Who is he? I mean, like.
so again, Mrigari also like he was a great hunter. He was hunting for to save his family. But when Narada Muni met him, he said, okay, you just killing all these animals, like how much suffering it will go through, and no one will take part in your karmic activities. He was asking, like, you go and ask your
Wife
father,
and cousins. Yeah.
yeah, whether they will be part of this act. Okay, the father says, no, it is your duty to safeguard me as a son. So why I need to take part? Then he's asking his wife, like, okay, wife is saying, no, why I need to take part if, in your activity, because it is your duty to protect me. Then children also saying the same thing. Then Mrigari understood, okay, how great violent act I am doing. So let me not do those things. Like let me start practicing bhakti as per the instruction of Narada Muni. Like then he becomes the great devotee. So the similar manner, like one moment only needed, like for a great sinner to change into the devotee form or to perform bhakti. The we see
One
who's
more
the
also, Prabhuji, you mentioned last time, he was also like a womanizer or somebody, but later on he sees he goes to
correct.
see the Krishna in Dwarka temple. So he goes and he blinds his own eyes so that he cannot see anybody else till he reaches Dwarka. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. Not Dwaraka, Vrindavan. Like his name is
Vrindavan.
uh, Vilva Mangala Thakur, okay, from Kerala. So he only recited the Braje Prasitam Navanida Choram.
Mm.
So Vilva Mangala Thakur. So likewise, there are n number of examples like where with the devotees association, like a great sinner becomes the great devotee. So there are various examples. So always be in the association and always like engage in the devotional activity one or the other manner, because there are n number of activities are there. Like you can prepare a boga for the Lord, you can clean the temple, you can drop the devotees like okay to attend the satsang. You can preach them by taking classes. You can ask them to chant, okay, say the glories of the holy name to others. Okay, then everything becomes like a bhakti. Okay, that is very, very important. So we are not going to
Uh,
cover it. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
just one question.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not preaching anything, or I'm not doing anything like that. But like any shloka I memorize or learn, I make sure I explain that to one person around, whoever it is. Could be a colleague, could be my daughter, anybody I meet. So anybody I speak to, I
Yeah.
just try to explain the meaning of that particular shloka. That's it. So they will also benefit. That is, I don't know, will that be counted as bhakti seva
Yeah,
also?
yeah, correct. Bhakti, that is what, like, okay, even if you are saying to one, and that one will become like a 10 one or the other day, okay, so that is bhakti only. But Krishna will be so pleased, okay. Krishna says in the 18th chapter, okay, pass, who is so dear to me? One who passes this knowledge to others, okay. If you are unable to pass that knowledge to others, at least practice yourself and do every day like a practice. Then you become so dear to me. So that is what like a in bhakti the quantity is not important, quality is important. Okay, so you preach to one, and then one that devotee like a preaches to others, then it becomes like a multi effect. So at least like a speak to others about Krishna, and give some knowledge about Krishna to others, then they get a chance, and you also like a been pleasing Krishna. You may see, okay, in our exam, okay, you have to achieve certain marks to become pass, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, to certify you as a pass candidate. But in Krishna's exam, okay, there is no pass or fail. If even if you attempt to appear, then you already been in his pass candidate list. So that is what like even if we manasar like okay via mind or heart, like if you are able to remember Krishna, and okay, this devotee I am trying to that person I'm trying to communicate, but he is not able to understand, please give the knowledge. If you pray for
Hmm.
others also, that also becomes bhakti. That has to come as a voluntarily, like a not as a forcefully. Okay, I will do because I want to get Krishna's attention. Not in that manner. It has to come
Hmm.
voluntarily. Okay, Krishna is the best judge to screen our activities. Okay,
Hmm.
so now we are on the special month of Damodar. Okay, I will stop here with the Bhagavad Gita. So let's the Damodar month just started. Okay, we have 1 month. What is so special in this Damodar month? Okay, so let us try to understand, and let us try to engage ourselves into the remembrance of the Lord. So this Damodar Lila, as I mentioned in the last week, it is very, very unique Lila. Okay, where we are celebrating Krishna's punishment. Okay, Yashoda's punishment to Krishna in a great manner. We are glorifying that. Okay, in all other Leela, Krishna is punishing all the demons, and he is giving the benediction to other devotees, etc. Whatever Leela Krishna performed. Only in this Leela, Krishna is getting punished, and we are celebrating, we are glorifying that Leela. That is a uniqueness of this Leela. Okay, Damodar Leela. Okay, what is the meaning of Damodar? Diya, what is the meaning of Damodar?
The rope being tied to Krishna's udar, to the
Yeah,
belly.
belly. Okay. Dam means rope and udar means belly. So that a dam being tied towards Krishna's belly. So that is what Damodar means. Yes, yes. So dam means rope and udar means belly. So the rope is getting tied towards belly, okay, of Krishna. That is what the name been given to Lord as like a Damodar. So let's dive into this lila, and this Damodar month is very holiest of the month because many lilas happened in this month. For example, the Tulsi Vivag will happen in this month. Okay, Diwali happens this month. Okay, then the Govardhan Puja, Govardhan Leela happened in this month. Likewise, like there are a number of Leelas happened in this month. Okay, let us understand why. What is the reason behind Yashoda's punishment? So Yashoda is getting so many complaints from all the other Vrajavasis. Okay, Krishna is stealing the butter. Uh, so I think you are not feeding the proper butter to Krishna. So please give the proper butter to Krishna. But their complaints are nothing but okay, they are getting the chance to see Krishna. So that is the reason they are coming to Yashoda's house and complaining so that they can take the darshan of Krishna. Okay, they are preparing the butter only to feed Krishna, but they are coming and complaining so that like they get a chance. Otherwise, Krishna Yashoda is so attached to Krishna, she will not uh, uh, make Krishna seen to others, because she will see okay, they will glorify Krishna, they will took like a lot of nazar will come in terms of okay, they will think about Krishna's beauty, and Krishna will get some sickness because Yashoda knows okay, Krishna is not the supreme God, he is my son. Okay, when son is so beautiful, the mother is like always trying to protect from others ill thinking activities, correct? Though the Vrajavasis are like not in that manner. So then Yashoda is thinking, okay, I think I'm getting too many complaints. Okay, I think I am not feeding the proper butter to Krishna. So let me take the proper, prepare the proper butter. So Nanda Maharaj has 9 lakh cows. Okay, 9 lakh cows. In that, around 100 cows are like the very prominent one, which gives like the very topmost milk. Out of that, there is one cow breed, okay, which is called Padma Gandha. Okay, that Padma Gandha cow, when the milk is uh, taken from that cow, so at the time it smells like a lotus flower smell. Okay, so that is the reason it is called Padma Gandha. And Yashoda, though she had so many of the workers, okay, in her house, but she decided to prepare the butter for Krishna by herself. So she taken all the Padmagandha cow's milk, and she's preparing the butter. She's churning the milk actually, butter, the buttermilk, like okay, so that the butter can be taken. So at the time, like her ankling bells were like making the sound. So she was thinking about Krishna. She's glorifying Krishna, and she's preparing that. She's churning the buttermilk. So at the time, Krishna was sleeping in the bed, and immediately, like, okay, he feels so thirsty. The Lord is feeling thirsty, like how it is possible. But for the Lila perspective, like a Lord is acting in that manner. So Lord is feeling thirsty, and he wants the milk of Yashoda, and he goes towards the towards Yashoda, and Yashoda is understanding. Okay, Krishna is crying, so I need to feed the milk. Okay, so Yashoda is feeding the milk. Then suddenly she realizing she put in the stove the milk already like okay boiling. So I think like it is about to come out, spill out. So then immediately, yeah. So the milk was overflowing at the time. Yashoda is thinking, okay, I need to go and switch off the stove. So here, Krishna is getting very angry because he is thinking, okay, how is it possible? Uh, am I more important than that milk? Or that milk is more important than me? So he got really angry. Uh, then he start going from one room to another room, and all the butter, you know how difficult it would be, how much process it takes like to prepare one part of butter, correct? It takes the months of effort to prepare one part of the butter. Okay, and in Vrindavan, like so many, and Gokul, so many monkeys were there. So always like they prepare the butter and they hang on the wall so that like monkeys cannot come and easily snatch that. Okay, so Krishna here he got angry, and he goes to one room to another room, and he's taking that mortar, and he's just climbing that mortar, and he's just breaking the butter pots from one room to another room, like he's moving and breaking the butter pots, and a lot of monkeys also were coming, and he's distributing that butter to those monkeys. So there is another Leela associated with it. When in the previous yuga Ramchandra was there, okay, all the monkeys were helping to build the bridge, like okay, Ram Setu bridge, like okay, so that Ram and uh, his army like he can go and fetch Sita from the Lanka. So at the time, Ram couldn't able to do all the uh, repay for the service what all these Vanaras have done. Though Vanaras were not expecting anything, then he says, in the next life, when I come as Krishna, you all will come as like a monkeys in the Vrindavan, and I will feed you the butter which is being prepared by my mother. Okay, so that is what like a he here in this particular Leela, he is repaying to all these monkeys. He is distributing the butter to all the monkeys from one room to another, because Nanda Maharaj house is so big. It is very big palace. It has n number of the rooms. So Krishna is breaking the butter pot like from one room to another room, and the whole room, excuse me, all the rooms were, once he break the pot, the butter pot, like all the butters are getting splashed in the room also. So it is becoming messy in one room to another room. So by the time like a Yashodama is coming from the kitchen, and she sees like a Krishna is not there, and she sees like a various footprints of Krishna from one room to another room, and all the rooms were in a very messy state. You know how much mother will get angry, because first of all the butter pots being broken. The second, like a house in a messy state. So mother decided, okay, I think Krishna is so naughty, so mischievous. All complaints I received is real only. So today I am going to punish Krishna no matter what. I am going to give the punishment to Krishna. There is no escape. I am going to uh, search for him, and I am going to punish. So then Krishna is running from one room to another room. Yashodama is running from one room to another room. It is not easy. This act was going on from morning till evening. Trust me, it is not exaggeration. It is real. Okay, it happened because Krishna is so naughty that like a mother was so adamant to punish him, and this Leela was going on from morning to evening. Like a Yashodama is getting so tired. So then, by seeing the tiredness, Krishna decided, okay, now I will just surrender to my mom. So then he was in one room, which is on the mortar. Like okay, he was on the top of the mortar. Then Yashodamai comes, and she says, okay, I'm going to punish you today. So then Krishna accepting that punishment, but Yashodama is like taking a rope to bind Krishna. The rope is like insufficient to bind Krishna. And then all the gopis and gopas also coming, and they are taking the ropes like from their house. How much ever big the rope is, but it is not able to bind Krishna. They take kilometer of like a rope, but when they are about to bind Krishna, it is 2 fingers short. It is getting 2 fingers short. Krishna is enjoying this pastime. Yashodamai is getting like a real annoyed. How is it possible like a not able to bind Krishna with the rope? Because the rope is so long, when it is going and about to bind Krishna, it is becoming 2 fingers short. So Yashodama is really getting like okay perplexed. How is it possible? But we all know Krishna is so unique. How is it possible to bind Krishna, the Supreme Lord, on the wooden mortar? Then the 2 finger shot represents, one is our effort, the other is like a Lord's mercy. We have to put our effort to get the mercy of the Lord, and when Lord's mercy is there, we will be able to bind Krishna in our heart. Okay, so it goes on and on and on. Then Krishna deciding himself like to get bind, then he accepting, then finally like the 2 finger shot becomes like okay fulfilled, and it becomes like okay completed. So she is able to bind Krishna on the wooden mortar. Then she is feeling relaxed, and she is feeling okay, hopeful. Okay, now I am giving the punishment to Krishna. when she was before the binding, she took a stick and she is about to, she is scolding Krishna. So at that time, the tears were about to come from the Lord's eyes. Those tears were real. That is the only time where we can see Lord crying. Not only time, like a second time, because all the other time, Krishna will cry for his devotee. Like a Krishna will be very eager to see his devotee. That is one time cry, and this is a second time cry, like a where uh, he was uh, he was literally uh, crying because the Yashodama is so angry. So that's what there is a very famous Tamil song is there. Enna tavam செய்தனை யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க. Okay, what benediction you have done or what activities you have done, Yashoda, to punish Krishna. Who is Krishna? Parabrahmam. Like, okay, he is a Parabrahma. He is a Parabrahma, Parandama. In Bhagavad Gita also it comes like where Arjuna says after seeing the universal form, he says like a Parabrahma, Parandama, Pavitram, Paramam, Pava. Okay, so he is a Parabrahma. Okay, who is, yeah, who is a, you are the Supreme Lord, but that Supreme Lord is calling you as mom and you are punishing him. Okay, on the wooden martyr. What benefit, what benediction you have done, Yashoda, to be called as Amma from this Parabrahman. So that is the beauty of like, okay, the motherly bonding love from Yashoda to Krishna. So Krishna being bound, okay, this is a very unique Leela. Then there is one more Leela also been with this pastime. So what happens is like a one point in time in Satyuga, where Narada Muni is passing by at the time. Kuvera's son, Lord Kuvera's son, like who is called Nalaguvera and Manigriva. Those two sons of Guvera, they were playing with other women in the swimming pool or like in the river. So they didn't give the right respect to Narada Muni. Narada Muni was passing through. So at the time, Nalaguvera and Manigriva was not giving the attention and they were not wearing any clothes. Like, okay. So then Narada Muni not cursed them, like, hey, Narada Muni given the benediction to them. Okay, since you are not wearing any clothes, like, okay, you are not giving the respect, you will be born as a trees. Okay, so if you are not wearing proper clothes, like definitely we will be born as a trees. Like whatever trees we are seeing today, they may be like the hero or heroine or like who are not wearing proper clothes in one of their lifetime. So then only like they will become trees in their next life. So he given that benediction, okay, you become the trees, but you will become the trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And when Krishna comes as Damodar, and during that Leela, he will come and touch you and he will give the benediction to you. Okay, so that is how this wooden martyr Krishna is there. But at the time also he was determined, okay, my devotee Narada Muni given a task to me, so let me fulfill that task. Okay, then he is crawling with this particular wooden mortar and he is going and touching this two trees on the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, which is Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Okay, those trees, and then he giving them the benediction. Like then once the wooden mortar and Krishna touches those trees, the trees are called as Yamalarjuna trees. Okay, those trees once he touches, then the Nalakuvera and Manigriva comes out and they paying obeisances to the Lord. The Nalakuvera and Manigriva is nothing but like the Kuvera's son, and they are giving the obeisances to the Lord. So this is how like this Leela happened. This is so unique Leela, and there is a Muni called like a Satyavrata Muni who depict this all the pastime as 8th stanza. Okay, whomsoever singing this Damodar Ashtakam is Ashtakam, like a Damodar Ashtakam in the Kartik month. Okay, with the lamp, the ghee lamp. If you offer the Lord the ghee lamp to this Damodar Lila, so they get unquantified benefits. You won't believe the Satyavrata Muni, he is not even worshipping the Lord. He is worshipping even the rope and mortar, which got the opportunity to bind Krishna. So this is the stanza where he's saying, okay, namastestu damne spuraditi damne twadiyodharayat vishwasta damne namo radhikaye dvadiya priyaye namo nandalilaya devaya dubhyam. What is saying? O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of all the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani. I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastime. Is even giving the obeisances or like the respect towards that belly, towards that like a rope, towards that mortar, like a which is binding Krishna in this Leela. So even today, like there is a place in Vrindavan where this Leela happens, like that Ulukul and the Damodar Leela pastime. So devotees go and like pay the obeisances over there. So very, very auspicious month to perform any devotional activity, charity. You can do a number of charity. You can do like a number of devotional things in this month. Okay, daily recite this Damodar Ashtakam and get the benefit of the Lord. Like hey, because if you do a little in this month, it will be quantified 1,000 times. Like that is the beauty of this month. So please pass this knowledge to others. We can perform Damodar Arti in all your houses, like with you, or like you can call your friends and the relatives also. Please approach us and we can do the Damodar Arti at your house. We can come and we can talk about the same Leela to others also. Then the amount of benefit you get by just offering to the Lord the Damodar, the lamp, and to call others and like okay, doing this, you cannot quantify the amount of benediction and benefit you are going to get by doing this Damodar Arti at your home. Okay, so very, very glorious month. Let us try to sing this Damodar Ashtakam. So please listen and like try to hear this. I will send a very simplified version of it so that like you can, even if you are unable to sing, you try to play that song at your home while you are doing the arti. Slowly, one or the other day, you will be able to remember all these 8 stanzas also. It is possible. Diya, you want to sing? Damodar Ashtakam. Ba. So my daughter Diya, who is able to recite around 4 to 6 stanza. So we will. Okay, whatever you know, sing. Yeah. Shri Shri Damodar Ashtakam ki jai.
ईश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदापियो लोकलातवमानं परं दृष्ट्वा अत्यन्तदोत्तगोप्यं रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं भृजन्तम् करम्बोजयुग्मेन सतङ्गनेत्रं मुहुस्वस्तकं पात्रीरेकान्तकान्त स्थिते ग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति द्रक्ष्यलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमाजन्ताख्यपयन्त तदीयेषु भक्तर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेम तं सावृति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदं वा
Nachanyam Praneham Vareshatabhiha Itam Teva Purnada
Gopala Balam Sada me Manasu Dirasam Kimani Idam Teva
Itam Te Mukham Pujam Atyanta Nilair Vridham Kundalai Snigdha Rakshaksha Gopyam Muhushchumbidam Bimbarakshadaram Me Manashya Virasam Alam Lakshalabhe Namo Deva Damodara Nanda Vishnu Rashida Prabho Dukha Jalabdi Magnam Kripadrishi Vishyadi Dinam Badanu Grahane Shamam Ashnam Yadeyash Drishya Kuveratmajau Baddha Murtaiva Yadvat Tvayamujito Bhakti Bhajau Kritaucha Tada Prema Bhaktim Swakame Prayaksha Namokshe Graho Misti Damodareha Namaste Sudamne Suradipti Damne Twadiyodharayata Vishwaistadamne Namo Radhikayai Dvadiya Priyayai Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Dubhyam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Damodara Jaya Damodara Jaya Damodara Jaya Damodara
Jaya Damodara Jaya Damodara Damodara Jaya Damodara
Hare Krishna Damodara Ashtakam ki Jai. So I will send a very simplified form of this music, this song. Please try to hear and try to play while you are doing the arti, and try to slowly remember this 8th stanza. And trust me, like you will have a lot of bliss and prosperity in your life by just offering one ghee lamp to the Lord every day and evening in this Damodar month. Hare Krishna. Any doubt, any feedback, any clarification, please let me know.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning that you can come to the house and do the aarti, right?
Yeah, Manji. Yeah.
So I just wanted to know how it can be done and what is required, and just
Yeah,
if you
correct.
could let.
Just you ping me separately, like according to your convenience. Like we will fix up the date, and I will tell you like what are the things. Only ghee lamp, like okay, you need how many members? Yeah, how many members you are calling? So those many ghee lamps to be prepared, and
Okay.
some offering to Lord, some fruits and the flowers. Like that's all. Then we will be
Mm.
able to do that arti. Like okay, you can call out your friends, family members, and relatives, so that like they also get the chance to uh, know about Lord Sri Krishna and Damodar Lila. Okay, this is a entry point for any new devotee to perform the bhakti.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji. I'll message you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for
Hare
joining.
Krishna. One
Yes,
question,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. Yeah.
It's Damodar Astakam. What do you mean by Astakam? I
Ashtaka
didn't
means
get.
Ashta means like Ashtalakshmi, 8.
Yeah,
Ashta
yeah.
means 8. Okay. Ashtaka means like okay, the 8th stanza. This Damodar Ashtaka is like nothing but 8 stanza.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So that
got
is
it.
what it is called as Ashtakam.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Thanks all and have a wonderful weekend and the week ahead. And have a wonderful association with the Lord and His devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.